Here is the easiest and the most detailed method on how I cut and sew my oversized number unisex jersey top. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can cut and sew this for any size at all. Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This last dance is for my soul friends. For your comments and your reactions, we are 13k stronger. Thank you so much everyone. Quickly, let's get started. For this project, I am using 1 yard of jersey material. It's a stretchy fabric, though some of them comes light while others are lighter. Just work with what you can find and what works well for you. The cutout I have on fold is my round bust measurement plus 12 inches. Then the length is my actual length plus 6 inches. This is already on fold, but I'll go ahead to place it on another fold. Next, you go ahead to arrange it very well without any wrinkles. Okay, the closed part will be the front center, while the side that has opening will be the side of the top. Now from the top part, you go ahead to measure out 2 inches on the both corners of the fold, and on that 2 inches mark, you go ahead to place it on fold like this. Then you go ahead to pin it down. Placing your tape on the top part, you go ahead to measure your full length plus your hemming allowance of 1.5 inches. Next, you go ahead to cut out any excess you have left. The width I have here is my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches, which is what I already cut out and placed on fold, which is the same thing all the way to the top part, so I will not need to be shaping this out anymore. On the top part, mark out your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Now, whatever you have left, just jot it down, for you'll be including this to your sleeve length when cutting out your sleeve. Next, you mark out your neck width of 3 inches wide. Now, we are marking out the front neck depth. At this point, you should have removed the back part, okay? So I mark out my front neck depth on the front side, and I'm going to connect it with a slanted line. Now you are cutting this out only on the front part. That's why I said you should have removed your back part before doing this cut, because if you mistakenly cut this out on the front and on the back, you'd be having the wrong neckline for the back. All right, so here, this is my front part and this is my back part. Now for the back part, I cut out 1.5 inches depth for my back neck depth, and this is the curve for my back neckline. Next, you are going to mark out where the fold meets with the front part, and you are going to cut it out only on the front part. Okay, that way the back part will come into the front like this. This will give your jersey some stability to avoid falling to the back. All right, next you are going to measure from the top part your bust point. Mine is 10 inches, and this will be our armhole depth. I went ahead to clip that area. All right, next I'll join the shoulder and shape the sides, but before that, let's go ahead to cut our sleeve. The sleeve width should be your armhole depth times 2 plus 2 inches, and you should have 2 of it, one for the left and the other for the right. Now for your sleeve length, you are going to include the measurement that the shoulder had. Now mine was 4.5, but I'm going to be using 3.5. The extra 1 inch would be for joining allowance. Okay, so whatever you have, you should place it upwards with 1 inch less, and you go ahead to mark out your sleeve length and include a hemming allowance of 1.5 inches. Next, you clip the center of the sleeve like this, and we are going to go ahead to couple these pieces together. We are just going to join the shoulder together, shape the side, close the sleeve, and just do basic sewing, and we'll be right back. For folding the hem of the sleeve and the hem of the length, make sure you iron it down before you top stitch it or before you fold it in. If you do freehand stitching, it might not come out neatly, okay? So I'm done with the folding and the joining. This is what we are going to be using to turn out the neckline. It actually comes like this and in this length, and your neck should not be too deep that it is not enough, all right, because you can only use 2 at most for the neckline. A closer look at it, and this is what it looks like. It has one raw edge and a finished tape end, which will be the top part. Next, you are going to go in by 1 inch on one end of the band and you connect it with a slanted line down. This is to avoid any gaping on the neck area or the V area. Place it together with the second one and you stitch it down. Repeat the same process for the other end, but before you do that, you have to stitch out one side first. You take your fabric, place the two shoulder stitch together, fold it all the way to the back to get the back neckline center, and you notch it down. Next, you are going to take this band that you have stitched together. You place the stitch area on the V neckline part and you go ahead to trace it or go around it to check if your band is enough or if it is less. You go ahead to trim or you go ahead to leave it like that if it is just enough. Mine was just enough. So I'm going to place the two ends together, slant it by the 1 inch, and I'll join it together. So here I have gone ahead to join it and this is what it looks like. I've joined this all around and I iron my seam line flat. Next, you are going to clip the center of your V neckline like this. A very small clip, alright? It shouldn't be too deep. And you also take this part that you have joined. You are going to trim out your sewing allowance to be left with a little small something. Next, you are going to join this to the V neckline. Now for the front part, you need to lose your stitch a little bit, about 0.25 inch, not up to half of an inch. Now I stitch my stitch twice so it will not lose extra when I lose only this part, okay? So just lose it a little like this. This will make the stitching of the V neckline easy and make it come out perfectly. Next, you place it on the neckline and you pin it down. Then you also take the back center and you pin it on the notched part of the back neckline. Next, I'm going to be showing you how to stitch this down because if you mix this part, everything you are doing is just not right. So I'll quickly run over this part of sewing, and when we get to the center, which is the V neckline, I'm going to slow down to show you what happened there. You're going to sew slowly into your V and very close to that notch point. Leave your needle in it, lift up your machine footer and you are going to sweep or shift your fabric like this. With your machine footer up, you can easily move it around. Next, you are going to make sure that the down fabric does not have any fold while you place the up one on it. You can see how easily my fabric is moving. This is because of the notch we did on the neckline and on the band, okay? So after you have done that, you go ahead to stitch. Now, one thing I always do is that I stitch halfway, go back to my stitch to check if it is perfect before I continue. I always do this because I will not want to be done stitching all over before I'll start losing. So just in case I have any rumpled fabric in it, I go back and lose it and correct it immediately. So quickly I'll go ahead to run over the remaining stitch, iron it down, and I'll show you our results. Now this is the outcome that we have and it is very neat. Now for the stickers part, you can give it to all this typewriter office or this printing press to get it stamped for you. But personally, I bought these stickers already because it's kind of easier and I will not have to go out. Alright, so this is the stickers I have. For the sticker part, there is no pattern to it. Just play around with it. You can look for a picture on Pinterest to be a guide or to be an inspiration on how you want to style it. Just make sure you are styling it with the right colors and with something that looks like what you want to make. All right. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out our streetwear playlist or our ready to wear playlist for tutorials you might like. See you in my next video. Bye.